Hello, Seiiti Arata. Those of you who are young and you have a long life ahead need to understand that your life is predetermined. The system is configured so that you can never enrich. If you don't take control of your finances, you're going to turn into a person who exchanges time for money. And at the end of this quick talk, you'll understand why exchanging your time for money prevents you from succeeding. If you don't make your own choices, others will choose for you. You need to obtain financial education in order to free yourself and to be able to make your own choices. If you don't choose what you want for your future, you know what's going to happen. You end up getting the predetermined choice, the standard, the default configuration, just like an app that you install on your phone. And the default setting means that you need to go to college, do an internship, and dream about being tenured by a good company. The standard configuration is tolerating a good part of your salary being deducted with the promise that you will get it back once you retire. This is an illusion that is installed in our brain as default. It is an illusion to associate financial prosperity with the image of a relentless executive, a workaholic, someone who works day and night to rise in their career and hopes to be rewarded later. With this image in mind, you might believe that the path to becoming rich is working hard to make more money. The problem is that truly wealthy people do not work for money. On the contrary, those who work for money end up having a life full of difficulties and limitations. When you focus on making choices to increase your financial earnings, you're using a short-term mentality. And that spike in your wealth comes with personal sacrifices that are just not worth it in the long term. True wealth is the one that stays with you even when you're not working. If there would be just one concept that I would like you to learn, would be this: you shouldn't exchange your time for money. That is an important distinction that you should understand. Poor middle-class people work for money. Rich people make money work for them. Only the poor or middle-class people work for money. This is the first lesson that Robert Kiyosaki shares in the bestseller book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But what does it exactly mean that rich people don't work for money? In order to understand this lesson, we need to learn how to differentiate what a genuinely rich person is. Now, do you think that a millionaire businessman from a company, an executive, is a rich person? Do you think that a millionaire soccer player is a rich person? We can't tell with only that piece of information. The mere fact of becoming a millionaire is not an indicator of true wealth if they still have to exchange their time for money. A truly wealthy person is the owner of the company where they work. They are the owner of the team of that star player. A person who works exchanging time for money cannot be considered truly wealthy. If you work for money, you will stop receiving the day you become unable to keep working or when you are replaced by someone else. The best way to make money work for you is to obtain financial education. The default setting installed in everyone's brains is that there is a path that you can follow to get rich. You go to school, you get good grades, then you go to college, get a good job at a good company, then you work hard, you study harder, go to grad school, and you further your career to earn more and more. The thing is that there is an error in this pathway. It is configured so that you work for money. And if you're always exchanging your time for money, you end up stuck in having to work forever like the rats that run instead of the wheel and not going anywhere else, the rat race. Truly wealthy people don't follow this path. Instead of working for money, they choose to live from their income. And you could do the same, but to do so, you need to have financial education. And to get financial education, you need to evaluate risks. You need to know when to use the power of leverage, to optimize your taxation strategy, to choose which investments are the best ones for you, to identify what the market values the most. Rich people have something in common. They are entrepreneurs who have built large companies to leverage their own ideas. Instead of working just to earn money, these business people are focused on solving other people's problems at a big scale. This way, they also produce large-scale wealth. They solve real problems. They generate income for governments in the form of taxes. They create jobs for thousands of workers. Now, you don't need to become a business person to make money work for you. It is possible to live from your income following your vocation. Do you really need to start a business in order to live from your income? Of course not. If your definition of wealth is simply not to worry about money anymore and having enough to pay for a comfortable lifestyle until the end of the days, you don't need to become a business owner. You can simply stay at your regular job as long as you have a good investment portfolio that improves every month. First of all, you need to follow your calling, your purpose. If you'd rather be an artist or a doctor or an engineer, you don't have to stop doing what you really like in order to start a company. In fact, if you do start a company without the sincere desire of becoming an entrepreneur, there is a good chance you will end up failing. Therefore, if you love your job and if you're not interested in becoming a business person, there is a much simpler way of making your money work for you while you're still following your passion. And how is that? By investing in other people's companies, people who are passionate really about being entrepreneurs. And in order for you to know which investments you need to choose, which stocks to buy, you need financial education. Earn more than what you spend. The difference between your income and expenses will work for you. If you work for money, you're stuck in a three-piece trap. First, you spend everything that you earn. Second, when you increase your income, you also increase your expenses. And third, you're not improving your financial education. That is why, even when you're earning more, there is no money left at the end of the month. That is what you can call the rat race. It is a cycle of working to earn money and being forced to earn money to pay your bills. The only way out of that rat race is beating ignorance. Besides learning about how money works, you also need to learn how your emotions are guiding you in your search for financial independence. And above all emotions, you need to learn how to overcome your fear and your ambition. By overcoming your fear of losing money and your ambition of always wanting more and more, you can have a better control over your expenses. You could even be able to save some money at the end of the month. And that extra money can be used in two ways. If you're passionate about launching a business, you can start investing to build your own company. Now, if you have no liking for becoming an entrepreneur, it's fine. You can also start investing in someone else's company. That investment could either go directly to the company of somebody that you know, as well as more structured investments like fixed income applications, real estate stock. Now, what is the best investment? You are the only person who can decide what is best for you as long as you are financially educated. And the most important thing, after all, is understanding how money works and making money work for you. And with time and the power of compound interest, eventually that money that you invested will be able to create an income that frees you from having to exchange your time for money. Now, if you want to become a rich person, stop working for money. Start living from your income. Start studying right now how money works and how your feelings towards money work. With this knowledge, you can make your money work for you until you free yourself from the rat race. A good way to achieve this is studying about how truly wealthy people behave. How do they work? What do they think? What do they do to earn more and more money? And if you're still here watching, showing that you're really interested in this topic, I want to invite you to watch a special class from the Truly Wealthy course, where I explain to you other taboo topics linked to money. You can watch the special class right now by visiting arata.se/money taboo.